Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We are getting nice enough weather to do our outside reading and I'm very excited. So something I would like everyone to do right now is to really take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, move all your awareness to your heart and think about the people you love and the gifts that they bring into your life. Move the awareness to the people who challenge you. Can you see the gifts that they are also bringing you? Take a deep breath and release. And that's what today's reading is going to be about. What gifts are going to be brought to you that you're going to have a new sensitivity and awareness to, because it really is a gift. When we actualize a scenario in our head, we can do that before we go into any kind of situation. So if we're, anticipating some kind of confrontation at work or some dialogue that's not really welcome, we can do this and set kind of the atmosphere for in our head. We start to actualize it and picture it the way we want it to go. And one of the best ways that we can do that for the greatest outcome is see the other person's perspective. Remove ourselves from any kind of reactive energy and just respond like a calm adult, because what's happening is conflict resolution takes place every single day within something. Somebody always wants to do something other than what we would like, a child, a roommate, a spouse, whatever. So this is to remove any of that heaviness and conflicted energy so we can really experience all the good things, right? Good times together. Who cares if we're not going to the restaurant or movie of our choice? Who cares, if we don't get to watch a television program we want to right now? By allowing other people to have some of their choices, later on, that's reciprocated in a lot of beautiful ways. So we're going to really see how these gifts can come to us, because when we reach an inner state of balance based on wisdom and maturity, and we feel empathy without attaching to our own projection or expectation, compassion is going to come and flow from our heart, make us feel good, our heart chakra open, and then kind of like the frequency of delight by being able to give comes in, instead of the ego going, they got what they wanted and I didn't get what I wanted. You ever do that? You decide you're not going to have a good time somewhere because it's not your choice, and you actually bring that about. This is about changing that to I'm going to have a great time no matter whose choice it is, and then you see all the gifts come in, and it's really, it illuminates a lot about our character when we're like, I used to do that. I was so stubborn. I'm like, everybody always gets their way. But by being passive aggressive about it, that doesn't help anybody. So we're going to have a lot of gifts arriving right now. So let's see what's going on. We have three choices. We have Larimar, which is about sensitive emotions. Time of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness, especially this time of year where, things speed up a little bit, all the shopping, all the holidays, things like that. We're going to breathe easy and relax into it and have it be a fun experience. Who cares about the actual presence? It's about us being present and aware of how the energy that we're projecting and bringing to the table is, right? We want to be light. Now, value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Really value your self-worth. I feel like this is a big time of year for people to be able to say no to certain obligations or expenses. Okay, really look out for your health by, valuing yourself. Really know that you're worthy of wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're achieving. Especially I feel like this is very strong for people that are now getting recognized in their chosen fields or within their family, and people are starting to really pay attention to them. Know that you're due this reward. Know that you're due these accolades and this attention, and never ever feel that you're unworthy of these things. It's so crazy. I was watching Shane the other day when he was getting those massive response for the palettes and everything was selling out, and he's like, I feel so unworthy to be able to present something like this, having not had any long-term knowledge of makeup and this and that. But it's the idea, the energy, and the love that he put into it that made it a success. He brought other people on the journey with him. It's all about the storytelling and sharing part of your life with others that make people invested in your future. So share your story with workmates and companions and friends so they know, right? Nobody knows the struggles anyone's been through until they voice it, right? And a lot of people have had some serious things happen within their journeys. So number 3 is give it to God. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release and ask God for healing and answers. It's so funny. Our breath is such a huge and fundamental part of our calm, our consciousness, our composure, yet we really shallow breathe the majority of the time. Deep breaths just kind of cleanse everything. And a lot of times I'll just say, Right after, just the sound of that is relaxing and grounding. You'll feel it in the bottom of your spine. Do that now. Breathe in, a deep breath. Breathe down. You feel that travel through your two shoulder blades, down your spine, and then at the base of your spine, right? It is really moving that energy around in a really healthy way. So we're going to begin with number 1, which is Larimar. So right away, I feel like when we're sensitive, it's a kind of emergence, It can be described as a process of coming into our being, an arising of something that wasn't there before. Personal development is a huge stage for you guys right now. It's a grander expression of ourselves. It's often a result of extensive inner work and a deep release, and a lot of you guys are going through that. You're having epic spiritual upgrades, and so many of you are commenting, oh my gosh, Melanie, the ringing in my ear, sometimes the third eye pain. It's weird. It's almost like we're watching a running movie, like a projective vision in front of ourselves. And I love that because we're projecting good energy into our next step, the next room we're walking into, the next adventure. I'll tell you what, I just talked myself into this right now. I was in the shower, and then I came out, and like the clothes are all a jumble and everywhere. It was like laundry day, and I was like, and we were getting ready for a walk in the park. And I got so frustrated by the fact that I couldn't just find normal active wear to go out in, and I got myself all worked up, and I was like, I'm just going back to bed. I'm like, I started to talk myself into this thing. I said, you know what, go look. I took a deep breath. I knew, in my mind's eye, I pictured where all my active wear was in this jumble, went and got that on, went in and told Ian, okay, we'll go for a walk shortly, but I want to go outside and do a reading. It always gets me in the best mood. Deep breathing, came outside, immediately felt better. So we're conditioned to get worked up when things don't go our way. So let's be really conscious of that energy, not be overly sensitive. Know it can be rectified with usually just walking outside, right? It's a change of atmosphere. So move a muscle, change a thought, and then we can move into this beautiful energy that helps us really formulate a better plan and a better mindset, right? It's crazy how quickly we can derail ourselves like maniacs. So let's see what's coming on in terms of some of your messages. So you have I am a conduit for goodness, prosperity, and love. Clarity and focus are mine. I am open to receiving inspiration, wealth, and good health. Immeasurable power flows through me and benefits the world around me. I am a miracle worker. I am going to post this on my IG page, and I would like you guys to say that out loud. Come see me over on Instagram. I do daily posts and memes for all this stuff and try to begin other people as well as my day on a positive foot and laugh. I mean, we all send each other funny memes. I have constant, really fun giveaways on my channel too. So come see me, and I'll post this because I really love this. Again, I'm a conduit for goodness, prosperity, and love. Our brain believes what we tell it. Why would we tell it anything other than this, right? Clarity and focus are mine. That's where we get the balance and the receptivity and the optimism and all the vision for all the opportunities that are out there, as opposed to the opposite, right? Getting worked up, having this, minutia scramble our brain, when really all it is taking a breath and refocusing. That's it. Realigning. You're going to be really good at that. You are going to be super open to receiving inspiration, wealth, and good health by actively seeking it, right? Instead of actively seeking aggravation and problems and I've got to buy this, do that, and go there. No. This is about, I don't have to do anything. I'm not obligated for anything. I'm just going to be open to receiving. I'm going to be inspired when I want to go design something or do something for somebody. I'm going to be open to that inspiration. Really, really beautiful, right? And immeasurable power is going to flow through you, and it's going to benefit the world around you. You are a miracle worker. Say that over and over. Definitely. And your next card is Jade. And I have been wearing a lot of amethyst, and a lot of emeralds and jade. It's such a lucky stone. It's such a grounding stone. I love them so much. Green is one of my favorite colors. Red and green, funnily enough. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So if mentally, I feel like a lot of you guys have been feeling a little mentally drained, right? It really is a season where I live, where the sun is less prominent. It's colder. Some people are going to nice little hibernation phases. I love the winter. I love the time of fallow because I like to be able to really study, read, tuck in, and have that hermit moment where I don't feel so like driven to go and accomplish and do in the physical world as I do in the mental and spiritual world. You know what I mean? It's a really effective time to do that and not have the guilt of, when it's sunny and beautiful, I always feel like I should be outside, or I feel bad. I feel like a crazy person, right? But this is the recovery of health and wellness. This is a time where you seek all the information you need to heal and grow and feel better. I do this all the time on YouTube. If I'm ever feeling a little uninspired or just low or drained, I watch Victor Otto, I watch Marissa Peers, I watch all those guys that really bring me up and make me feel good and kind of reevaluate, what my day is like. I know I inspire a lot of people. You guys send me these wonderful comments, and I want to constantly be inspired, so that flows through me, because we can only be a conduit with energy that we're receiving, right? So I don't like to fill my plate with crazy. I don't like aggression. I don't like hostility, materialism, all of that. So I pull out, I come outside in nature, I put a few pieces of wood on the board, and I read and I breathe and I feel good. And this actually realigned my whole day with before feeling a little crazy, not being able to find my workout wear, ready to just go back to bed because I overloaded myself. This is about depressurizing, okay? This is the name of the game for you guys right now. A little bit of change, from the center of us. We're really reaching in and having positive change in any of the cycles that just don't work for us anymore. Usually that's overdoing it, right? It's overspending, it's overeating, it's over everything. So, and over languishing in the past or whatever. This is about being present, simplifying, and living beautifully and lightly. And that's what's coming to you, group one. I love that energy for you. These mantras, so beautiful. So that's you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. If you want a private read, go to the Etsy store. Any of that, all my information is down there. So really wonderful. So next is Diamond, your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. This is one of the biggest obstacles that people face, I feel like, in this new immediate gratification world, in this new Instagram where everything looks great, festive, rich, opulent. That's such a falsehood because everything is stage framed and filmed. So what we have to think is reality, what gives us peace of mind and grounded. It's not being competitive with this false world that's out there where people do not post their failures, right? You're not like, hey, look at me, I am in my sweatpants scrubbing the toilet today. I don't see a lot of posts on that, right? But yet you'll see people, I'm in Dubai and it's raining gold and diamonds and the Shahs of sunset and all the people are around me and we're in our limos, all of that. It just looks so crazy. And I love things that are sparkly and opulent and gorgeous. I love it for the creation's sake. I love the fact that somebody took like crowns as several hundred or thousands of stones and placed them in the perfect position to make this thing of gorgeousness, not for the fact that it's worth $1 million or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not, it's innate value of its creativity, and that's what you're going to feel. And that's who you are. You are that $1,000 million faceted, gorgeous creation from basically the galaxy. You are one of a kind. And this is where I feel like one of your things right now is to express your individualism. I feel like a lot of you guys have kind of like been going with the crowd or not really, expressing what you really want to express in your true self. And it's time for that. It's going to be so eye-opening. It's going to be so soul-opening. You're going to feel so good and free. And you're going to realize nobody likes you for anything other than you, because you're not offering them that, you're not offering to treat, pay, drive, do all these things. You're just offering the beautiful availability of you. And that's what people want. And that's what a lot of people need to discover, right? That they're the things that are worth the value, not what they have to offer or can do for somebody. And that's what you're going to come into. Now, you also have Tiger's Eye. Beautiful self-confident phase for you through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. We're all spiritual beings. We're all helped. We're all divinely directed and guided. Every once in a while, I'll read this comment where somebody's like, a whole bunch of slew of comments on one particular video. People say, you made me cry. I can't believe I feel this way now. I just had a great breakthrough because of so-and-so. And I am not kidding you guys. Sometimes when I'm channeling and speaking, I don't remember what I say until I rewatch the videos. After I read the comments, I'm like, well, what was coming through? Because it is like, it's easily explained more or less like it's a ticker tape that comes down and I see these, yet I'm hearing these messages. So, it's like an audio that's playing in my head, but I see a ticker tape at the same time. That's why I oftentimes speak so quickly and have to slow myself, because there's so much information. And every once in a while, there will be like a secondary, third ancestor and or angel that's chiming in on something. So I'm trying to get it in the right array, right, and make sense. And sometimes that's why I almost get dyslexic and pile word on top of word, because I'll get two ticker tapes that are intermingled. But again, I'll hear all these messages so quickly that I'll forget what is said. And this is what inspires me and makes me wake up every day with absolute knowledge that I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm on the right road. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. And I love and cherish the fact that I can be a conduit for positivity, right? Because so many people they take everything for granted. They're entitled. They're in the hive mentality, and that scares me more than anything. I remember even being young and being aware of that fact, like just watching a whole group of people act the same and people not wanting to, like I was very akin to that. And I was on the playground a lot by myself because I didn't like that. I didn't like the bullying aspect and other people doing things that they didn't really want to do, but going along to constantly get along, and hive mentality freaks me out. So I was like, I feel very happy that I'm an individual thinker, and I don't compare myself to others, and I am glad for that, because it's like nobody should be like somebody else, you know what I mean? Yes, we have similarities to certain people, belief systems and all of that, but this is your time to just break through with your confidence. You feel like it's time to speak up and say something because something isn't right or something's off, or you'd like to do something a different way at work, speak up, because people admire that and they really respect the fact that you're an individual. So time to individuate, forget about hive mentality. And somebody had even asked me that. They were like, Melanie, how do you separate yourself from the pack and all of that kind of, materialism, the thinking that goes, you have to have this to be that, or all these labels and everything. And again, hive mentality. And it's just, I know that if we were all meant to be alike, we would all probably look alike. We'd be drones. But that is not the measure of the universe. That is not what is here for us. We're all like these wonderful characters in this big kind of production that is happening on Earth, and we all play a part, and we can change our part as we go along. That's the thing. We're individuals. We can change. We can become the star of our own show. We can make our dreams happen. We can sing out loud. We can make it sparkle, shine, whatever we want, right? There are different scenes throughout our life, and we are like the moon. We have phases. Some we're very strong and robust, and we can do, say, and be whatever we want one minute. Another time we want to hibernate and get away from everything. There are other times where we feel like we can stimulate and help everybody grow and be positive, and other times where we need that, right? We are like moons. We go through phases, and you're recognizing that, and it's really going to help you be this cosmic flower. I feel like you're also going to come to some awareness of your past lives and your potential and future realities, right? So you align with the magnitude of your personal power right now in a big way. It's time to look into the past too, to see how it affects your present, right? Do you have any outdated beliefs? And really tap into this great mystery, because you're on a new divinely guided path, and it's really going to point you into some interesting avenues. So I'm loving that for your group too. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you diamonds. And all of my links are down below for a private read. Come see me on Instagram. It's SparkWest11. I do all kinds of fun stuff over there. Daily posts and memes, constant contests recently, and I love that. So that's a lot of fun as well. So remember, value your self-worth, because we show other people how to treat us. And when you value yourself, others fall in line with that. Okay, so now we're on to number 3, amber. I love this. I love when, insects get caught in amber too. Take a deep breath, and on the exhale, release the situation to God. Oftentimes, we create these huge, enormous plays in our head, and it is not true half the time. It is our subconscious, and these implants are saying, oh yeah, you don't have the time or energy for that. Like I'm always saying daily now, it's like every other day is in my exercise regime. And I almost tried to talk myself out of it. I said, whoa, what are you doing? You have 24 hours in a day. You don't have 20 minutes or a half hour for a walk. Again, that was a subconscious belief pattern where it's like, you have obligations. I'm like, it's Saturday. How many obligations? You're obligated 24 hours a day? I don't think so. This is where we need to get a reality grip, right? And empower ourselves for the process of enabling ourselves to do good things, not giving power away, not trying to talk ourselves out of what's good for us, right? Eating good food. Like Indy and I were at the grocery store the other day, and she's like, Mom, let's just really focus on getting some good stuff. Where sometimes if we're too lazy to eat, we're just going to grab chips. So let's get these great protein shakes. Let's get these apples, quick food that's good for us. That's how I've been eating the last few days, and I feel different. My brain, my head, my body, I already feel completely bloated, because I was like eating pasta and a lot of salt a couple weeks ago. I feel so much better. So do that for yourself. Set yourself up for a win, okay? So like go inside yourself for a thoughtful moment and contemplate all the aspects that you're supporting your fullest expression. Are you speaking and living to the best of your abilities? Are you eating well? Is what's coming out of your mouth as positive it possibly can be? Because again, the words that come out, words have so much power to set a mood and a mindset for us, right? You ever say, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, that's killing me. Oh, that's exhausting. You start to feel like that heavy, depleted, and off. Other words, let's try, I can do anything. I feel alive and I feel invigorated. I'm excited. All of the words that lift us up. I've got this. I'm energized. Good, good, good. No fear, no any of that. Empower yourself. Express yourself. Wear red. If I am feeling a little bit, a little bit like unmotivated, I'll wear red, bright pink, orange, those beautiful high spectrum rainbow colors. They are very energizing. Yellow too. I love yellow. So just remember where you're from, source, in a physical body. Are you taking good care of your physical body? Do you understand its needs and desires? Like, ask yourself, have you been getting, because all of a sudden, some days, I'm like, my head hurts, my stomach hurts. I'm like, of course it does. I don't even know what you're eating anymore. I don't even think French fries is a food group. Things like that, right? Do you realize how deeply connected to like the earth we are, right? We're like a tree. We're like something with deep roots. If we're not giving it plenty of water, plenty of nutrients in a good way, you wouldn't go pour Coca-Cola on a tree, right? So why are we drinking that stuff? Things like that. Let's take care of it. And most importantly, outside, being outside, that's like such a big thing. Now that I'm outside, I feel like an entirely different person, right? Sometimes we're in our house or our office and all of a sudden we feel obligated to start cleaning, doing work, doing this and that, right? It inundates our brain with things, again, through conditioning. So we're releasing that. Get out of your house and go to a different atmosphere. Oftentimes I'll just go to the gym. I will bicycle so slowly on those stationary bikes that I think I'm going backwards in time. It's so funny. One time, I'm not kidding you, I was on the bike for 20 minutes and I burned 9 calories. I started laughing so hard because I was, I think I was answering comments or something. So at some point I must have even stopped pedaling. It was so funny. But I thought I want to be in a different atmosphere to be doing this because it creates a different kind of energy, even if it is fake bicycling. Okay, so Sodalite is saying socialize or join in, make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with group of like-minded people. This is so helpful. When I first had my first child, India, I joined a mom's group at the church, and it was the best thing I ever did because we got to share our stories, why we were so aggravated with things, why we were so tired, how we could do things better. We shared food, we shared stories. It helped so much. I don't care what kind of group. It can be a spiritual group or yoga group, whatever it is. It's like join something where you can just talk to like-minded people. You feel really connected and good, right? It's that connection and realizing we're not the only ones going through things. No, you also have the smoky quartz, which is saying, are you fearful about your future? Have you been feeling resistant to changes? I'm like that too. Even though none of my days are ever the same, I am resistant in certain patterns. It's like I really like to hibernate in and work and be by myself and be creative. But I love people, and if I'm away from them too long, it's like I almost forget how to act in society. Like I don't even want to. It's like I forget other people are there. I have straight up conversations with myself. And I was answering a comment to someone that said, Melanie, how do you deal with people like looking at you if you crack yourself up or you're having a, because I'm constantly talking to myself, working through things for clients, and I do this out loud because most of the time I'm by myself in my office or my home. So it's like I just say, hey, I'm having a conversation with one of the best conversationalists I know. You got a problem with that? But I'm a little fearless when it comes, I don't care what other people think, but I'll just smile and be like, hey, if I'm the only one that'll listen, I'm the only one that'll listen. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of new and exciting experiences ahead. So use your imagination, visualize positive scenarios. Most important thing, I do this every single day, and the payoffs are immense. Before I go anywhere, I envision something. Let me give you an example that was the craziest thing in my life. You guys know how I hate the DMV with a passion. It's one of the scariest places in the world to me. However, I was unaware that in my town, right down the road, there is something called the Express DMV. And Ian's like, I made an appointment. You go right in there, you give them this, and they'll give you your replacement license because my birthday's next week and my license expires. And I'm like, oh yeah, good luck with that. So I got myself all worked up in the morning. I was like, just breathe through it. Think of the best positive scenarios. And I did. And guess what? This was like an alternate universe. I legit walked in in 60 seconds, the lady was like, come over here, we'll take your picture. Because I was right on time for my appointment. Do this, do that. She stamped something, did something, took my picture, and I left. And it was, I swear it was within 3 or 4 minutes. And I even looked at her and I started laughing. I said, this is an alternate reality. She goes, right? And it was so fun. They even gave me a tissue because I was like sniffling, and she's like, would you like a tissue? I was like, I'm not even in the DMV. This is impossible. So anybody, look in your city and see if you have an express DMV, because woo, well-being. It's one of those things when you expect it. Like I just decided, and it was raining and it was crappy and I had to get up and I was like, I just said, you know what, make it a fun time. You're right near this cafe that you like. You can get the people that are the mechanics in your car their Thanksgiving biscottis and drop it off and make it a fun little adventure, like Little Red Riding Hood. And it ended up being one of the best days. It was crazy. You know, DMV, best day ever. That sort of thing, best case scenario, envision it. That's what's going to happen. You also have a blessing on a new venture. So I feel like a lot of you guys are branching out with some beautiful side hustles that you're doing, whether it's exposing a gift that you have to offer, a craft, a creative endeavor, do it. You have a blessing on that right now. And Jupiter is in a very beautiful position right now for expansion and success. It is the planet of giving, of gifts, of expansion, of excitement, of success. So get ready for that because it is here. And this is your overall arching energy is the Three of Wands, which I absolutely love because you're looking out, you're planning in the future, and there's magic there. There's magic, there's guidance, there's all of this signs and synchronicities everywhere. So many of you guys are mentioning that it is off the hook right now, that you can't even believe how many license plate, billboards, commercials, things that are saying names, places, dates, symbols, runes, everything for you in such a unique manner that you feel like you just have this crazy kind of heavenly grin in front of you. And you really do. When you look for it, you believe in the best, you follow this path, that's what happens, and you're on your way. You really are. You know, they wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land, and you're feeling good. Again, you're setting out a positive vibration, positive aspect in the universe. I'm going to get what I'm asking for. It's already here. I have gratitude. Number one thing, right? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And you're activating it, and now you're living it. So I love that. You know, powerful, directed energy, receptive, wise, and loving, and you're just out there winning. So I love that energy for you, Group 3. Beautiful. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, if you want any more information on the on anything, I would love for you guys to come over and see me on Instagram. I'm going to put down what exactly I'm doing when I go to Stonehenge, because so many people thought it was like an ayahuasca kind of gathering, like this big thing where it's me, just me, because I have to fluctuate the days depending on where I'm doing individual readings there and filming it for you and then sending it to you, also gifting you the cards of the decks I use and the crystals I use. But it's just me because I have extended family there, and I really have to rotate it around when the weather is good because I'm outside, you know, in big chunks of time for you guys. So that's how that's working. But I'll put that over on Instagram. So love and light to you guys, and have a great day.